over the years, as an administrator of special education in New York City, I tried to get any form of Orton-Gillingham into my schools that I could. We went through the recipe for reading. We went through Wilson for sure. At one point I had resource teachers trained in Wilson and tried to get it into practice, tried to get the teachers using it when needed. We did PAF, Preventing Academic Failure. We did a number of Orton-Gillingham programs. And the problem was with that is that none of the teachers that were working with children had two children at the same time working on the same thing. And it is almost impossible to do effective Orton-Gillingham lessons when you're combining more than one child and more than two children at the same time, which is a reality in New York City. Your groups are usually not one-on-one or two-on-one, they're usually larger. And one of the things that really caught my attention with MaxScholar was that the students could all be working on what they need to be working on at their stage of development in reading skills. Because you could use the software, the workbooks, and then direct instruction when needed. And it's a system of I demonstrate, we do together, and then independent practice, which is needed for Orton-Gillingham. And the wonder of it is that your time is used very well, and you make decisions about when the direct instruction is needed. You say uni, they write one. Later you say one or single, they write uni.
After each one, they show the card.
Always show the card,
After
yes.
each one, as opposed to doing
After it, yes. Whether they're writing it or saying it, if you're one-on-one, sure they can say it, because they're going to get a chance to write later. But if you're doing it with groups, writing it is probably easier. But you're always going to show the card. Never, ever leave a word without a chance to self-check it when you're doing this portion of the lesson plan. It's good to tap out the syllables and the keywords as they're written. So if I'm going to have them write united, when they hear uni, I might ask them to do united. Okay? That's a very good thing to add. That makes it more Orton-Gillingham-y. You want the automatic association between the prefix and the meaning. Prefix meaning, okay? And that should be very automatic because you've shown them the pictures. They're calling it out to you. You know, uni, dec, deca, deci. Use words in a sentence to ensure that students know the meaning of the words. So if your word is triathlon, you're going to do a sentence saying, my teacher participated in a triathlon the other day and he won. You have to make sure they understand the meaning of those words. The triathlon being 3 sports. What is it, biking, swimming, and running? So it's 3 things, a triathlon. Okay. With multisyllabic words, back to Orton-Gillingham. Let's tap out triathlon. Triathlon. Everyone. Triathlon. It helps when you're doing word dictation to know how many syllables are in the sentences, in words. Sorry.
A consonant, right? A consonant. So today we're going to talk about vowels and consonants. Good. So the silent E, as I said, makes the vowel say its name. The vowel is going to say A, or it's going to say E, or I, or O, or U. Okay? So for example, let me show you this word here. I have a sample here. This word here, it's the word bake. Why is it bake? Because we have a vowel, right? This is the vowel. That's what we mean by the vowel, the first vowel. The consonant is the K, and then we have the E at the end, right? So when we say it, this A is going to say A, it's not going to say A, it's going to say bake, so we say bake, okay? Bake. So that's what the silent E is. Who would like to explain to me real quick or to each other what the silent E does? Real quick. Like, what do you want to tell Isabella what the silent E is? And Connie, do you want to tell me real quick what it does? And what does it do to the vowel? It makes the vowel.
Sometimes the E you can hear and sometimes no.
When you cannot hear it, what does it do to the vowel? It makes the vowel say its name, right? It's going to give it a long sound, right? Right, Ryan? Do you want to tell Isabella real quick what the silent E does? Or Isabella, do you want to tell Ryan real quick? Tell him real quick. What do you think it does?
The E is silent and it
Makes the vowel
makes the vowel
long, right?
Long.
The long sound, right? Good. Okay, that's fine. All right. Now what we're gonna be doing now, I'm gonna show you some words with that pattern. So we had bake. Let's look at this word now, for example. And I'm gonna try to code it for you real quick, and then you guys gonna take turns coding. So this word, I'll put it here so you all can see it. That's the word. Look at the word here. Okay, and I'm gonna code this word. I'm looking at this word, so I'm gonna find the vowel. This is my first vowel, so I'm gonna put a V here, right? And this is my consonant. That's my, and then I have the E, right? And because I have the E at the end, this I is gonna say I. So the word's gonna be what, Isabella? You can help us? Die. Dine, right? Dine. Did I pronounce the E? No, it's silent because of this. Okay, that's one word. So let's try another word. With this one, look at this one. This is, okay, who would like to help me code it? Ryan, do you want to help me? Okay, where would you put the vowel? Good, and then the consonant. And because we have this E at the end, it's silent, so this word's going to be what?
cube.
Cube, good job. Cube. Did we hear the E? No, we didn't hear the E. That's cube. Good job. All right, so now let's do another one. Just a few examples. Oh, I have one here. Connie, you want to try that one? Okay. This is the word. Okay. Connie, you want to code it for us? Where's the first vowel? The first vowel is the, good job. And this is a consonant. The consonant is over here, the V. Good, and this is the silent E. So how would you read this word? Cove, good girl. Cove, very good. Cove, very nice. All right, so good. So what we'll do now, guys, I want you, everyone has a paper with their names on it? Yes? Okay. So now I'm gonna give you some words to write. Remember, all those words end with what? They're gonna end with the E, right? So think about the vowel. The first vowel is gonna be the long sound. So the first word I have for you, so you're gonna start over here, number one. We're gonna do a few, right? So first you're gonna listen to the word, and then you're gonna try to sound it out, and then you write it, okay? So the first word is bite. Bite. Write the word bite. Remember, they all have the E at the end. Bite. Okay? The next one, you guys ready for the next one? Okay, the next one is hope. Hope. So I do write the word hope. Remember, they all have the E at the end. Hope. Ready for the next one? Okay. The next one is dime. Dime. Write the word dime. You can sound it out as you write it. Dime. Beautiful. So far so good. We'll do two more and then we'll stop. The next one is let's do skate. 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 Good. Isabella's sounding it out. Very good. Ryan did the same thing. Beautiful. Okay, so how many we have? 4? One more. Then I'll be the last one. I promise. This one is the word Let's do flute. 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 Got it? Everyone's good? Let me see. Okay. Let's see yours. Very good. All right. Good. Let's see mine. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Ryan got it all. Ryan did a good job. Okay. Now let's see Ryan. So Isabella, we're all going to go into Max Words, guys. So click continue on Max Words. You don't have it yet because I used to it. You hit continue. You there? Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna do a fluency drill with Connie. Connie, we're gonna do a fluency drill while the other kids are going on. So.
What type of syllable is it?
You want to do this? Okay. Get it? So you're gonna click here. You're gonna go with the E. This is where we are. Start now. And you're gonna follow. Okay? You want to look at this over? Are you there? Let me put the timer real quick. Let's see. 1 minute. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah, okay. So you're gonna read for me. So for example, you're gonna go bite, skate, cute, flute, note, stripe. You're gonna go around. Okay? If you don't know it, go to the next one. It's okay. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Ready? Okay, go.
Bye. Skate, cute, flute,
Mute,
mute, strip,
stripe,
drove, lace, hate, light, die, choose, same, right, cover, skate, make,
keep going. Mace, keep going.
place, words,
Keep going. You're doing good. Go ahead.
pay,
Okay, you stop. You stop. Okay, you're good. Alright, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, alright, so good. You did good. Alright, so now you're gonna go in. You're gonna go and you're gonna continue with this one. But we're just gonna go here and you're gonna practice the silent E. Same thing we worked on, we're gonna do extra practice on MaxScholar.
All signals. Click on
Okay.
Go to Max Words to begin.
Okay, here you go. 1 second, wait. We're gonna go here. Going over. And here you are. Okay, let's put this on. Here you go.
Consonant E
Here.
syllable. A vowel consonant E syllable ends with an E.
And we're gonna put this in here. And you're gonna practice. Alright? Okay? Okay. And that's it. And then I'll come around, see what you're doing. If you have any questions. Everyone's here. So you go in here.
Hi, my name is Shari Atlas, and I'm a SETS teacher at PS 35 in Queens. And I am so thrilled to be teaching MaxScholar to my SETS students. I've been teaching for many years, and I've had many different programs in the course of those years. But the truth is, my students never really liked those programs very much. Of course, we made the best of it, and we had to do what we had to do. But now it is my greatest pleasure to be teaching with MaxScholar. The children are very excited about it, and sometimes when I see them in the halls, they ask me, "So when are you picking me up today?" and please don't forget to pick me up. And that is the joy for every teacher. My children like going on Max Words. It has helped them so much with decoding and blending. So many of my students really didn't know the sounds that letters make, and sometimes they didn't even know what the letters were. They didn't know vowels, and they didn't know some of the consonants. So we really had a lot of work to do with several of them. So they're really doing very well. They especially like Max reading, I must tell you, because the stories are of very high interest. In particular, I must tell you about one of my young little ladies who last year I had to make deals with her to come in to see me, which is embarrassing, but that's just the way it was. I won't say what her name is because of confidentiality, but I would like to read to you a story that she wrote, because this says it all. Literally last year I had to call her mother to let her know that she does have an IEP and she has to come to me, and I don't understand why she no longer seemed to like working with me, but there were a lot of family, personal issues, and that was the reason. When you read this, I hope that nobody will cry, but it is so sweet, and it shows you how much she loves MaxScholar. She says, "What I learned in MaxScholar is how to look at letters and words. Also, what I learned about MaxScholar is how to answer questions. And then you get a good star, or when there's a red star, that means it's wrong." MaxScholar is an amazing program. And the story I like best is circus, because I love gymnastics and I love doing flips in my house. In circus, the girl talked about how she saw people doing tricks, and the man had a cape on and doing tricks with a scary lion. I wish that I could go to the circus. And then she drew a little picture also of her at the circus. And I just thought it was so sweet that she talked about the story, and of course you heard that she said that MaxScholar is an amazing program, and this comes from a little girl that we had to make deals with just to come to the lessons last year. So MaxScholar, wow, you're terrific. Thank you so much.
My name is Elsie Nnebe. I work at PS 251 in Queens. Right from when the MaxScholar program was introduced to me at a workshop, I was sold on it. I requested that my principal purchase it for our students. I was very delighted when the Department of Education chose some of my students starting from November of this school year to be on the program. I like the language-based components of this program because it teaches vocabulary and sight words. And these are very helpful to English language learners, students with disability, or even with students who just want to increase their learning. What I like about MaxScholar too is the multisensory, structured, sequential, and cumulative components of it. It also has pre-assessments. It places students where they are, and there's also interim assessments. I like the cognitive part of it. It teaches rules. Even the flexibility, all the students don't have to be on the same level. One student is going to be decertified from what the psychologist in my school told us at the meeting last week. The child has met benchmark and the teachers feel he no longer needs special education, and I attribute the success partially to this program. There's another student who is in 4th grade level but was reading on a 2nd grade level using the interim assessment that we're using in our school. But just 4 months into the use of this program, the child is on grade level. And the teachers couldn't wait to tell me this. So MaxScholar is a program I feel all schools need. I hope next year my school will be able to get it for all the students, because it touches all the components of literacy.
Hi, my name is Monica Patton. from 29Q116, the William C. Hughley School, and I'd like to tell you why I do like MaxScholar. Working with MaxScholar gives me the opportunity to determine where my students are, either be with phonemic awareness, spelling. We also work with prefixes, suffixes, and Latin and Greek words and root words. I really like it because it gave me the opportunity to meet the children where they are. It also provides a variety of different lessons, whereas I can do a direct teach lesson, go over something, have the kids work in that particular discipline, but then put them on the software, and it has the opportunity to provide them with additional lessons or move them or bump them up to a more specific need that they may have. I also like it because when you're in Max Reading, they have Max Bios, where the kids have the opportunity to look at high interest articles. You may have a rap artist, a pop artist, or even famous people, where they're looking at artists such as Rihanna, they're looking at Biggie Smalls, also looking at Barack Obama, and learning more about who these individuals are. So the articles are high interest, and it keeps them motivated to continue with the program.
Isabella Prasad. I go to school PS 95Q. I learn about MaxScholar. MaxScholar helps me learn and understand. And we learn vowels and consonants and the E. It helps me learn words, sentences. It's fun because you could like press words and write the words and sound it out.
Hi, I'm Karine Stevenson from PSIS 295. I've moved up in the ranks of education since 1999. So I've been around and I've seen many literacy programs come and go. This year I've had the luxury of implementing MaxScholar, which is an orton-gillingham approach to teaching literacy. The structure of I do, we do, you do really works because the expectations are modeled. They receive guided instruction, and then they're able to go off and work independently. The students love MaxScholar. They feel a sense of ownership and success because they're met at their academic levels, which makes them able to get the work done and feel like, okay, I did it, I've learned something, and I'm successful at what I just did. I love it because the program gives immediate feedback, the data can be printed and stored in a data binder, and that data can be used to drive the next day's instruction, so forth and so on. Parents love it because they can see their child's academic level without having to wait for report card time or wait for a teacher to call them. So they receive the feedback immediately and they're able to work with their child at home. My students have definitely shown growth. Since November, I've seen my students jump 2 to 3 grade levels up. So MaxScholar is definitely a program that I will be using for the rest of my career.